What's the most disrespectful thing someone has ever said to you? I walked in on my husband with my sister and the first thing he said was, "Can you at least close the door? You're letting the heat out." I just stood there, completely frozen. My husband of 10 years, Mark, and my own flesh and blood, Sarah. It wasn't the betrayal itself that broke me in that instant, it was his unbelievable casualness. Like I had just interrupted him watching a football game. My brain, which had gone completely blank, suddenly became crystal clear. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I just turned around, walked out of the bedroom and quietly pulled the door shut, just like he'd asked. Then I went downstairs, picked up my phone and made a single call. The call was to our father. See, Mark wasn't just my husband, he was the vice president of my dad's very successful construction company. A position my dad created for him. A salary of over $200,000 a year my dad signed off on. I kept my voice eerily calm. "Dad," I said, "Mark and Sarah are upstairs. You might want to come over. And maybe bring a cardboard box for Mark's things from the office." There was a long, heavy silence and then just a cold, "I'm on my way." Dad arrived 20 minutes later. He didn't even step inside. He just stood on the porch like a statue. When Mark finally came downstairs, stammering and trying to piece together an excuse, my dad just held up a hand. He looked Mark dead in the eye and said, "You have 1 hour to get your things and get off my daughter's property before I call the police. Your job is gone. The truck is company property. Leave the keys on the counter." He lost his job, his truck, and his home in under 60 minutes. The best part? The divorce lawyer my dad hired for me made sure the prenup, which Mark had insisted on years ago to protect his future assets, was enforced to the absolute letter. He left with exactly what he came into the marriage with, a suitcase full of clothes and absolutely nothing else.